Jimmy Carter. His full name was James Earl Carter. His political party was a Democrat. He was the 39th president, and he served for 8 years. Jimmy Carter's full name was James Earl Carter. He was a Democrat. He was a family man and a devout Baptist. He had 3 boys and 1 girl. His daughter Amy and wife Rosalind lived with him in the White House. He believed in helping the poor. He was a simple man from a small farm town in the deep south. Preparation for presidency. Jimmy had dreamed of becoming president of the United States. He wanted to help the poor people and bring peace to the regions of the world. He wanted to bring the regions of the world where there was conflict, war, or violence. He was not a typical politician. He wanted to return honor and pride to the president's office. He had many accomplishments that would help qualify him for the position of president. He was a businessman because of his family's peanut farm and was familiar with business negotiations. In his younger life, he served in the United States Navy. He was eventually promoted to lieutenant. He served in World War II and was active duty both at sea and or stateside during the Korean War. In 1953, his father died and he left the Navy to return home to help run the family business. He was a devout Baptist and a Bible teacher since the age of 18. This really affected his role as president. He wanted peace in the Middle East for many reasons, but personally because of his religious beliefs. He had studied the geography, politics, history, and cultures of the people living in the biblical Holy Land. He hoped to end the long-lasting anger and fighting in the troubled region. He worked for peace between Israel, Egypt, and Palestine, who had been in conflict for hundreds of years. Much of the hostility was due to events that happened in the very distant past. Political career. Jimmy really began to advance his political career once elected to the state Senate of Georgia in 1962. In 1970, he became the Democratic governor of Georgia. When Jimmy ran for president, he ran his campaign out of a trailer in Georgia. He appeared to be the average citizen. He was not a Washington insider like many presidents before him. He promised, "I would never tell a lie to the American people" when running his campaign. Success during presidency. He negotiated the SALT II treaty with Russia to decrease weapons on both sides. The Russians were seen as a very real threat to the American people at that time. This was a big accomplishment. He helped to normalize their relations with China. This is complicated and has a long history that led up to it, but basically for 30 years, the U.S. only recognized the Republic of China on Taiwan as the sole legal government over all of China. After months of negotiations, Carter announced that the U.S. would recognize all of China and Taiwan as the legal government for diplomatic relations. Camp David Peace Accords in 1978 brought some peace to Israel and Egypt. Carter refused to continue the past practice of overlooking the human rights abuses of our own allies and was particularly tough on South Korea, Iran, Argentina, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. Rudy Shirov. He also ended more than 30 years of U.S. political and military support to one of Latin America's most abusive leaders, President Somoza of Nicaragua. Failures during presidency. Poor economy. People could not find work. They blamed Jimmy Carter. Oil and gas prices were very high. Iranian hostage crisis, worst distress of his presidency. In October 1979, Islamic militants stormed the U.S. embassy in Iran and took 52 hostages. They were held for 444 days. There was a failed military rescue in 1980 which made Jimmy Carter look weak to the American people. Carter lost next election to Ronald Reagan and hostages were released the day Ronald Reagan made his inauguration speech. Jimmy Carter just said that happy 14-month prayers answered that Thanksgiving. I would vote for Jimmy Carter. Even though he says he made a better ex-president than the president, I think it gave him the opportunity to do so much humanitarian work in the future that might not have happened had he not served as president. He won the Nobel Peace Prize for his devotion to helping less fortunate people. I think was a moral and good man that had some very hard circumstances surrounding his presidency term, much due to the Iranian hostage crisis and horrible economy with people out of work and losing homes. He blamed Jimmy. 1981. Fun facts. In 1981, he was a professor at Emory University in Atlanta. He had his own recipe for peanut brittle. His daughter Amy had a treehouse at the White House. Brother Billy made headlines, Billy Beer. After presidency, he said he learned to work with others and don't let prospect of disappointment let you give up. He ran his campaign out of a trailer in Georgia. He walked like Abraham Lincoln in his inauguration speech with the people at his inauguration. Human rights central to his presidency. Jimmy Carter is still alive at the age of 92. And that's where
Jack, would you like to tell us about the photographs that you have in the front?
This is where he made a book about Palestine and when he was helping more unfortunate people. That's when he was getting his Nobel Peace Prize, and that's when he was in Afghanistan, I think. And that was his years doing humanitarian work.
Thank you very much, Jack.